everybody. I'm Elise Real.
And I'm Isha Bell.
And this is Full-Time Black Women, a community for black professional women to live, laugh, grow, and feel the soul.
So, what are we talking about today, Elise?
Today's topic is addressing loneliness during the cooler months.
During the cooler months. It's our hibernating time, or people like to call it, what is called?
Cuffing season?
Yes. Couldn't think of it. Almost like cuffing. Well, I guess it's about the same thing.
That works too.
Cuffing season.
Yes.
But if you don't have a special somebody, make sure they're special. Just don't have somebody. Right. Make sure it's a special somebody.
Please.
That deserves you next to you, because you don't want to be like any old body up in your space.
Exactly.
Or your body.
Get yourself a pillow.
One
of them body pillows, one of them large stuffed animals.
You get a body pillow and fill it in with those hand warmer pad things or something like that. They probably do have something like that. Like
they probably got a heated one.
Heated weighted body pillow.
I feel like that's something I'll be Amazoning right there after this.
I don't know. I don't like feeling warm stuff on me all like that. Like, get off of me. Stop touching me. Oh my goodness. Like, I'm sweating. I don't want you to touch me. Like,
yeah, I only need it for a little bit, like in the very beginning. Give it to me in the very beginning, and then after that, please retreat to your side of the bed, because I need to be able to sleep. So we have all been there, obviously. Those swift movement of loneliness creeping in at the end of the year when the cold weather hits, and whether you are single, recently separated, or in an unfulfilling marriage, the cooler months will have you weak at times, and everything could be going well in your life, and in an instant there is a moment where you are now upset, uneasy, and just uncomfortable. So today we're going to discuss how you can address loneliness during the cooler months.
Yeah. So why is loneliness common during the cooler months? We kind of just dove into that in the beginning, but some more detailed reasons could be because of societal and cultural expectations. So the holiday cheer is when we start off the cooler months. And usually around that time, everybody has the narrative or the understanding or the pressure to feel joyful, happy, be with family, be with friends. You should be alone during this time of the year. Poor boo-hoo you. So then that's how people get pressure into being with them situationships that should never been in ships. Okay? Like, should never happen. But, around the holiday time of year, the new year is coming up. And what happens right after New Year, at least? Valentine's Day. So then it's like boom, boom, boom. I think right after Thanksgiving, after Halloween, then it goes to Thanksgiving. Then it goes to Christmas. Then it's Kwanzaa. Then it's New Year's. Then it's, a long extended break. Martin Luther King Day. Then all of a sudden.
All of that.
President's Day off. And then the Valentine's Day. So, yeah. And then also most of us, if not all of us, participate in some type of social media,
Mm-hmm.
But social media, I believe that you and I discussed it before, is the thief of joy because it causes comparison.
Yep.
Comparison is the thief of joy. And you see everybody else posting family portraits or, couples or engagements. A lot of engagements happen around this time of the year. So it definitely does amplify your feelings of isolation.
Yeah, it definitely does. I tell you, I had my fill at one point of the same pajama portraits, like day after day. I was like, all right, I'm shutting this app off because my cat don't like to put anything on, so I can't dress up my cat. It's just me, myself, and I.
Have you tried to put pajamas on?
I have tried to put things on him, period. And he
what?
I have tried a sweater, like another little bib shirt looking thing, and then a harness in an attempt to try to get him on a leash so he could go outside. He runs and collapses like I don't know.
He's not scratching you though, like trying to fight you.
No. He runs. Anytime he sees anything that is not food or a toy, he's like,
girl, what you doing? Girl, what you doing?
What
No,
is
no, 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 no.
this?
Stop playing. Chill, 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 chill.
Yes, that's him. Other things that could come up for you during this time. So while loneliness is common during the cooler months, it could be a lot of personal triggers. So like Isha mentioned, starting off with Thanksgiving and all of these holidays back to back to back that are amplifying togetherness and shared experience and gratitude for family and just closeness. But you might have a situation where you are estranged from your family, that you're not close. There might have been a falling out. There might be loved ones or family members that cause you anxiety, pain, stress, and emotional discomfort and
Mhm.
dysregulation or unsafe feelings. So being in close proximity to them is not the plan.
It
So
ain't
that
safe. It ain't safe.
can make you feel lonely at times, or especially if you've lost loved ones, whether it be during this time or not, very recent or not very recent. There can be grief around these joyous times that can be triggered. Also, financial constraints can be a trigger. Can be a trigger. So whether you are trying to give gifts, or the family's trying to travel, or anything,
Pressure of trying to keep up
just
with the Joneses.
yes, that. And just even if you aren't traveling far, like gas is expensive, trying to cook
Life is
something,
expensive.
life is expensive. Trying to cook something for a gathering,
Yeah.
groceries are expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on whether you are hourly or salaried, the money's not stretching the way the money used to stretch.
Right?
So there could be financial constraints that make it difficult. And as I said, that geographic distance could be a problem with finance as well, just stopping you from traveling. Sometimes I know for me, I was, and you too, Isha, we were out of the vicinity of our home bases for a bit. And so it was either a drive or a flight. 9 times out of 10, I know I was driving. I know you was driving because flights was expensive.
Right? Car. We only got to gas it up for one tank. When you fly,
Right,
you got to buy 3, 4 tickets. So
right,
yeah.
right. Yeah, it's a lot. There could be a lot of personal things that could
Hmm.
be stopping you from being a part of the gathering, which would in turn increase any feelings of loneliness.
Yeah, and being right in the beginning of 2026, maybe this is something that, some of our listeners experience during the Christmas season or during the New Year season, but it doesn't stop once the New Year starts. Like that's why we're putting this out right now, because we know that maybe it could be something lingering and then it could compound over time, because maybe it's a new feeling. Maybe
Mhm.
you're, like you said before, maybe you're recently out of a relationship, maybe you're just now dating and you're just like, I'm never gonna find anybody. Oh my gosh. I thought I was gonna go to 2026 with the love of my life and this, that, and other. Don't worry about it. Or maybe the relationships with your family and you had to go no contact is still fresh. It's something new. This is your first holiday season without being in contact with your family.
Big fact.
Well, a lot of the things impact how you may feel during this time. But another thing that could impact why you feel how you feel during this time is because it's like biological, seasonal factors, shorter days, less sunlight, longer nights. Like I looked out the window the other day. Maybe I looked up because I was on my phone for about a couple hours. But then I looked up and I was like, damn, it's dark in here. It was only 5:15, girl.
Yeah.
It was only 5:15. I was like, I forgot it does get
Mhm.
darker earlier, but I had to go close my curtains because I don't want anybody looking at mine.
That part.
Don't worry about no loneliness over here. I'm good. But like it definitely contributes to something that you and I have discussed quite a few times on Full Time Black Woman with seasonal affective disorder, and how a lot of women deal with that because we're going against the moon and the sunlight, and we need vitamin D, and we're not getting it as much because of living in areas with cooler months.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. That it is a mess. That's a mess. I really would love for them to change the clock. Like don't do
Right? We ain't
daylight saving.
farmers no more like that.
Right. Exactly.
We
Just
ain't got
stop
to do
it.
the flipping the flop
Right. That
no
part.
more.
Just stop it because it's messing people up. It messes up your circadian rhythms. It messes up your hormone balances.
Why are we
Everything.
still doing it? Like, I know they tried to petition before to have it changed. They're like, no, it's always been this way. So we don't have to do that anymore. Who are we helping? Who will be hurt if that happened? Like, come on now.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's funny how you you were talking about the emotions compounding and things, and it can follow you from the holiday season into other seasons,
Mm-hmm.
and you like, I'm gonna be by myself forever, because that was basically my conversation with you a few weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. So definitely personal experience. I had a moment, let me get hashtag Casperish, which I had a moment
Mm-hmm.
where I was dating someone, and it was great. It was great. It was great. Let me it was some of the best sex of my life.
I was like, how far she gonna go? I'm just saying.
We did Casperish. I'm a 100% in. Best sex of my life.
She said bomb.com.
Yes, dear God. Bless. I'm sorry. But um there was a point I recognized this was not a relationship that was going to be sustainable. It was not something that was going to be able to last the long haul, which is what I'm essentially looking for. So I did set myself up, but that's another story for another day. I had my experience and I had my fun and I enjoyed it and I own it. I take accountability for my hurt, grief, miniature grief
Wait,
after.
we using the G word on it?
Yeah, because I don't know what the
I
minimal.
don't even know it was that situation. I think it was something more than that.
It
I think
was.
that just was maybe that little feather that tipped
Yeah,
the scale, you know.
it was plenty. There was
I mean, I
plenty.
ain't saying it's little. I'm just saying the
It,
situation
oh, well,
was
it
a little.
was little. It was little.
It was heavy. It was heavy.
It was a combination of things. There were flashbacks to past relationships and just hormones, all the things. It was other things.
Mm-hmm.
But the point being, I ended it, and then it hit, and it was like, I'm gonna be alone forever.
Mm,
I let go of, mind you, something I ain't even want, something that was not sustainable, all the things that wasn't going to
mm-hmm.
make it. I let go of a possibility. I chose growth and I chose me. I did all the right things, but it was the feeling of loss of what could have been and also what currently was giving me pleasure and happiness and just companionship and comfort.
Yeah.
And so I had my moment. I broke down to Isha. I was like, I'm gonna be alone forever. I'm gonna be a cat woman.
Mother's getting on a cat.
Yeah,
Rabbit.
everything. And that was strained from trying not to laugh, not crying.
Mm-hmm.
I want y'all to be. I'm not there. I'm fine. But
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to share it because that loneliness feeling kicked in because it was
And it happened
like
around this time of the year, you
it
know.
happened. Yes, I've ended, or my relationships have typically ended at the last half of the year. From somewhere from Thanksgiving to New Year's has not been my time. Every single one. Serious relationship. Every single one.
Wow, that's interesting.
Whether I was the one that ended it or not.
Mm-hmm.
So this time for me carries emotional weight. And I've done a lot of work to get past it, but like I said, that growth aspect, choosing me in that moment was all good things, but it was just like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I'm by myself again at the holiday time. So
The
yeah,
mind and
you
the body definitely keep score. That
they
is true.
do.
You can just feel it. You probably won't even be thinking about it, but things just remind you of like,
Yeah.
what? Why do I feel this way? Ooh,
Yeah.
it's around that time.
Right. It's the awareness.
Well,
Exactly. It took me a
they
bit.
probably journal about this, but I get back. Be better than me.
That's definitely a good thing to do, is journal about it. Definitely tap in and get aware. But I will say my bounce back was much faster now, which is a sign of growth and I'm very proud of. But I want to thank you too for calling me out. Like, you being real dramatic. And I was mad at the time.
Because you know
You
I don't
did.
remember much.
You said
I
I'm a
don't remember
backup member.
much.
I'm
I
a
don't
backup
remember.
member.
I don't remember much either.
But yeah, you was like, you being dramatic. And I was like, Yeah,
Okay, no, I
but
do. Ooh, I remember that.
okay. And I took it to heart, and then I had to get off the phone with you because I was like,
Go ahead and
I need
feel
to
it.
feel
Go
that.
ahead and feel it.
Yeah, but I appreciate that because that was the mantra that also helped me. Like,
Absolutely.
be serious, be real now. What is this?
Hmm.
Anywho, just wanted to share that. Do you have any stories, Isha, of loneliness creeping in?
Yeah, I mean, this is around the time of the year where, my marriage ended and it broke up, and it was a couple weeks before Christmas. So my boys and I spent Christmas by ourselves going into the new year, and then started the harassment never stopped from my ex-wife, my ex-husband. So the winter months definitely feel odd, but like you said before, and I think this is so excellent that the brain works this way because I survived. The brain talks to you. You may feel something for a second, and the brain be like, "Girl, we survived. We're gonna be all right." Anyways, what's for lunch?
Right.
Anyways, have you had your water today? I felt those moments, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is the time. This is like the anniversary of when everything went down and stuff." And then all of a sudden, I'm like, "I survived," and
Mhm.
I'm better off than where I was before. So
Right.
it's weird how your body or your mind, your soul, I don't know what it is playing tricks on you, but the mind come back like, well, I computed that, and actually my calculation said, girl, get the fuck over it.
Right.
We got other stuff to do. We gotta breathe. We gotta work. We gotta pay the bills. We gotta feel. We gotta have fun. We gotta have some joy. Anyways, we got other stuff to do. Get to the list.
Find somebody else.
Yeah, get
Find
to
somebody else to
the
worry
list.
about this. We ain't got time.
We ain't reminiscent is not on the list.
It is not.
I don't know what you're trying to fit on there. Is no more space. So yeah, but that is something that I have felt because it's around that time of the year. And then also I would have to say, like, you want to snuggle with someone, you want to be with a warm body
Yeah.
for a second or two. And then after a while, I don't,
I know. It's just for the moment.
and I don't even know if it's like, I don't even know if I get to the mint. It's like for the moment. I don't know if I really get to the mint because after I was like, oh, it's so cool. Oh, you gotta hear it. Oh, you gotta stink. Oh, is this your breath? Did you have onions in it? Like I just,
Maybe if it was like a safe on the same page,
very
masculine
hygienic,
killer.
a very hygienic man who
Yeah.
keeps himself together. He likes to
Yes.
smell good. He
Yes.
warm. He,
All that.
nice and shaven. He lined up right. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? He moisturized.
That.
Now that
Maybe.
absolutely draws off.
Own
I ain't
it.
got no panties. I got draws. But you know what I'm saying? Draws off. I mean, I got panties for special occasions, but for the most
Yeah.
part, I be wearing drawers. Okay, because
I get it.
my kitty cat got to stay breathing with
That's
a V,
important.
breathing.
That's
Because you gotta
healthy.
let that kitty cat breathe. You can't be having that
That.
kitty. That's an anaerobic environment.
Love how the ratchet and science goes together.
Yes. That is not breathable. Victoria's Secrets is not a secret no more. 'Cause we all smell it. You need to go get that cleaned out. You need to go eat right. You need to drink some water. Start drinking all
Yes.
that pop, girl. You need
Yes.
to go ahead and figure that
That.
out.
All of that.
Exactly. So, other than those instances, yeah, I will have to say some of the ways that I do address loneliness, maybe during the cooler months,
Mm-hmm.
would be being active, getting out the
Mm.
house, not allowing myself to become a vegetable on the couch or in my bed.
Yeah.
After a while, I'm not gonna lie, laying in my bed after being there for a good amount of time, it starts to hurt. I don't know if you
It
dealt with
does.
that. I
Yes.
don't know because I
It
got the
does.
wrong mattress. I don't know because my body's like, you need to move. But
Yes.
it feel like I've been in a fight. It feel like I have been wrestling, sumo wrestling or something because you roll over on that one shoulder, be like the
Mm-hmm.
other one start hurting and you gotta roll in your stomach and they be like
Yep.
trying to get I can't do sleeping in the bed too long. I have
Yeah.
to move my body. So getting out of the house. And also I love going out in the wintertime because I love my boot
Hey.
weather. It's boot weather. It's boot weather. It's boot weather. Got some tights. With my boots to my knee. You see me? Don't work. Cause I got the heels. You see, got my boots. long. They really long.
Yep.
Got some guys. Hey to the guys. It's good weather.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and I like to look cute, with the
Hmm.
sweaters. Like I got a little cute little sweater now. Keep my hands
Yeah, I like
warm.
that.
I love it
With the thumb
too.
holes. That's cute.
Yes. Like it's just getting out and being active. And I
Hmm.
feel that, which is crazy because I'm a spring baby, I end up going out more in the wintertime than I do in the summer, than I do in I say winter or spring. I don't
Okay.
go out as much in the summer or the fall. Why? I don't know. But wintertime and springtime, I be in these streets with a K. Okay.
And that surprises me because I expected in the spring, but I would have thought you would have been out in the fall, not the winter. Like
I,
that's
I don't know
interesting to
because
me.
fall is like prime school time for my kids.
Maybe,
So
yeah.
I'm tired. I don't really want to go out. Like I really don't want to do anything. But winter, they got that little winter break, that 2.5 week winter break. So that's when I usually go out and do more things. And then you meet more people too. So this is a tip
Do
for the single
you?
women.
School me, please.
When you go out during the winter months,
Hmm.
okay, not around the holidays. It's because you got a lot of people coming from out of town too, coming to visit their family.
True.
If you go out in the cooler months, first of all, it's less people there. It's less
Hmm.
crowded. That's probably why I do it because of social anxiety. Because I really don't like to be around
A
big,
lot of
large groups of
people.
people. And when you go out, it's only instead of 100 people, maybe it's 50 people there or
Hmm.
whatever. It's easier to communicate with people. It's easier to say,
Okay.
"Hey, how y'all doing?" Or, "Oh, you look nice. What cologne is that? It smells so good." You could be more social. That's when you get to flirt. When you go out in the wintertime, they ain't got a whole bunch of people. You ain't got a whole bunch of people all up on you, staring at you, licking their lips at you, just nasty. Just yeah,
Yeah.
you have to deal with that.
That's a good. That's I have never thought about that, but that's a good point. That's a good observation. I might have to switch my game up because definitely a little of the social anxiety aspect, but also I don't like to be hot. So when it's crowded and it's hot out, that's too much for me. I don't want. I
Yeah, how you
can't.
looking cute with sweat all over your brow,
Right, and that is me.
all on your
I am
top
a
lip,
sweater.
looking like a pasta. Like I
Yep,
just
not looking like a pastor.
looking like a pasta. Lord, Old and New Testament. Look,
Looking.
So
Yeah.
I love going out during that time, and then also it's like less pressure because you have more clothes on, maybe because you're not sitting there with tight shorts and
Yeah.
everybody got big sweaters on and tights and
Yeah.
heels. I don't know. I
What
enjoy
is
that. I feel more
Snowbeacity?
comfortable.
Was it Snowbeacity? Was from
Titus.
yeah, Titus and
It's
Andromeda.
obesity. Whether people don't know whether or not you're fat or small because of your coat. Yeah,
Love it.
your winter coat.
Um, let's see. Some ways how I cope. I like to get into things that warm me up on the inside. So whether that is like teas and coffees and just really a caramel apple chai latte. Jesus.
Never heard of that.
Delicious. But those things, also things that warm me up on the inside would be like warm hearted movies.
Like what?
So I'm not opposed to like a Hallmark something.
Oh yeah, you gotta have something cheesy like that every once in a while.
Yeah, like I like things like that. Good, warm-hearted, cozy, cute things or cartoons because like to me that's all. So I'm not
So go
a
ahead.
family. I was gonna say a Family Guy. Like I'm an anime nerd, so I might do some anime. But like
Mhm.
a Family Guy, a Futurama, like just any little cartoon thing, American Dad, whatever it is, something lighthearted that I can laugh at, and that tends to keep me in like a good mood. And just the idea of just nostalgia, like nostalgia
Mhm.
type things. So whether it is curling up with a warm blanket with my cup of tea and a movie that I have watched 50 million times, perfect. I'm good. I'm good.
I was thinking, ooh, another thing that could be really helpful during the cooler months is get involved with like a club or something, like a
Yes.
group. Like find people who have similar interests like you. Like I noticed that I'm way more active in my sorority, Zeta Phi Beta sorority incorporated during the winter month. Because I was like, I'm gonna start off right. Now, granted,
Yeah.
our sorority year does start in July,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't really get active on September. But I'm financial. That's all be mattering sometimes. But no, I need to give more to Zeta. So
Mm-hmm.
find people who are gives people a reason to get out of the house versus
Yeah.
just meeting people on a whim. It's actually
Yeah.
schedule events in place during the cooler months. Get out the
Absolutely.
house.
Get out.
Get outside. Even if you're going to the bar or to the movies by yourself, I promise you, you are going to have a good time. I have been going
Yes.
to movies, restaurants, bars by myself since my 20s. I do not need to have a group of people. I don't need a
Mm-mm.
crowd. I don't need none of that. All I need is Isha. And I'm
That
going to be
part.
out that thing, have me a good old time, okay? Give me some food and a drink. That's all I need as a tourist.
Done.
Food and a drink. Some good food. I would go for some good food and just sit at the bar because the food is good by
Yeah.
myself.
Absolutely. I'm the
Watch
type
that make
I
some
would
friends
bring
though. Watch.
always. It's the attraction and the energy. You can't help it. You a magnet.
Thank you. I'm a magnet, baby. Cardi B song. Have you heard of the album?
I'm not. I need
Oh,
to.
she got a song called "I'm a Magnet," baby. Oh, you
Ooh,
should listen to that.
I will listen.
It's probably a good breathing song.
I would bring a book. I just heard somebody talk about they brought a coloring book, and so they would take themselves to a restaurant, eat, and color. And I actually love that. I feel like that's something that I might try to do. But I have no problem pulling a little book out and reading myself into a happy place with my food or drink. Another thing that I heard that I would really love to do is to become, and kind of falls in line with what you were just talking about, Isha, is like become a regular somewhere. So whether you
I
become a
want to
regular,
volunteer.
me too, so bad, me too.
I got a couple, but I ain't been regular. But I have
Yeah,
places where I can go. I feel comfortable. Like I ain't got to worry about it.
yeah.
But yeah,
I feel
I
like
need
that's
to
the
go.
thing.
Yeah.
If you're not gonna do like a gym sport situation, if you're apprehensive about going into a social setting, just become a regular at like a restaurant, at a bar,
Bowling alley,
at a bowling
roller
alley,
rink,
at
pool hall.
somewhere. Any a pool, yes, become a regular. And the way she described it was she would go there, she knew she was gonna get good service, she would have herself a good old time, but the bartender knew her. She would have her drink already ready. He it got to the point where he would recognize you want the dessert to go, right? And it's like, okay, somebody knows me.
VIP in
Somebody
this bitch.
understands me. Like this is serious
Very
VIP good
important
family
person. I'm
treatment.
joking.
I loved that. Like I've always wanted to cheers. I
I
want a
love
regular.
that idea too. And like I said, is during the cooler months, not as many people out. It's easier to connect with
Yes.
others.
Yes.
Get out. Don't become a prisoner in your home because you'll become a prisoner in your mind. And
Mm-hmm.
that's scary. It's already
Yes.
all these things are already against you. The holidays, the personal triggers. Then you got the seasonal stuff.
Social
You
media.
better fight.
Yeah.
Okay, come
Fight
out
for
that
your
thing
life.
swinging because you're worth it. You deserve it. I
Yes.
promise you, you do. So, how do we cope with this? How do we handle the cooler months? How do we handle the prisons or the stinking thinking in our minds and stuff? As first, we have to acknowledge our feelings.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first step. Acknowledge it. You have to allow yourself to feel without judgment. And I feel like the best way to do that, journal. It's
Absolutely.
hard to write mean things about yourself. Have you ever noticed that? Okay, maybe just me. All right. So you
It,
were like,
it's for me, I'm the opposite. It's easy to write a mean thing. It definitely is like I don't do it often. I
huh?
can write a mean thing, but it's hard to read it back. Most stuff I can read back,
So once you
but
say it, it's out. It's out.
yeah,
Is
I
it
just
out of your head or just out of your system for the moment?
yes, it's out of my head and out of my system completely. Like,
Oh,
yeah, but yeah, I can write a mean thing.
okay. It's hard for me to write me things. Anytime I journal, first of all, I be reading stuff bad. Like, who the fuck is this?
That
Be positive as hell. She is. I am Oprah in
yeah,
my mind. I am
yeah,
my Angela. I'm so motivating
yeah.
in my writing. Girl, you're gonna do this, you're gonna be successful in yourself. I love you, I love you, Isha. Like I am giving myself props. I'm talking about the future. I'm talking about,
Hmm.
been through all this stuff, and guess what? You still shining, baby girl. Basically, my journal entries are raps to myself. They don't rhyme, but I feel as if I be picking up myself. You know, rappers be like, I'm the best out here. Can't nobody do this. Get it. That's how
The
my
hype
journal
reel
is.
before the
Yes,
rap.
I be
Yeah.
hyping myself up in my journal entry. It is hard for me to write anything bad about myself. And I may be thinking something, but I'm like, nah, I ain't writing that. And I'll just
Hmm.
write something totally opposite than
Yeah.
maybe how I felt prior to even picking up the pen and the journal to start with. So,
Hmm.
but that's
Yeah.
interesting. You said once you do write those things, that it's just kind of out of your system, so you're no longer thinking about it.
Yeah. For me, I have to. It comes back to acknowledging it. I have to acknowledge the fact that I thought the thing,
Yeah,
and then I can do what you did, and it's like I can either hype myself up, I can
hype me
give
up.
myself some grace, all the things afterwards, but I have to get it out. I have to get it. It's like one of those things like where you hear a song keeps playing in your head and you refuse to sing it, and then all of a sudden when you sing it, like you can let it go. I write, I guess, because I write everything when I journal.
Yeah,
Also, and it hasn't, and it's not a lot lately. It hasn't been much at all, to be honest, in the past few years. But like earlier years, when I was very, very depressed and whatnot, yeah, I did write some negative things. But
and did
then
that help?
it did.
Okay,
It did. It did. It's
I don't
like
think I've ever
I
written
had to get it
anything
out.
negative about myself. Now, other people,
Well, that's
diss tracks like a mug.
easy. That's easy. That other people
I
I can do
used to be
that.
in my journal like, look, when I first came out, all I said was about Biggie. But since everybody want to be in it, Cheeto XL, fuck you. Get it done. Fuck you. My fofo make sure all your kids don't grow.
Yeah.
I will be writing in their diss tracks to everybody.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. And you know what? Like, I feel like people discount the effectiveness of that as part of journaling.
Yeah.
Journaling is whatever you want it to be and however you're going to make it, to be perfectly honest. It could just be throwing bullet points of ideas, it could be full diss tracks, it could be hyping you up, it could be future plans. Journaling is what you make it.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever it is, 9 times out of 10, not even 10 times out of 10, at least in my opinion, journaling is helpful.
Yeah.
If you either get through the emotion, you acknowledge the emotion, you get it out, you let it flow through you completely, you
Mm-hmm.
get the opportunity to reframe or to, replace old narratives with new narratives.
Yeah.
You get a chance to see thought patterns and like dive deeper if you are at that particular place in your life of awareness to figure out, okay, who is this coming from? Because this isn't me. That's another thing that happened when I was writing negative stuff. I had to realize
Mm.
who that was coming from because it wasn't me.
Let me ask you this.
Hmm.
When do you reread your entries? I'm thinking about now. I don't. I write it, close the book, and I'm gone. I do not
Yeah.
come back to reread it. Maybe if I found a journal for years back and I'll go through and read it.
Yep.
Like my current journal, I ain't reread none of those.
It's something, most of the time it is a situation where I'm just randomly picking it up and flipping through and then it opens to a page and then I'm gonna read it. It's not like I wrote something yesterday and I read it back today, but every now and then I feel an urge to like read it and see where I am, what was happening. Cause
Should I be
at least to
reading?
me it's like a
Should I be
good
reading
book.
my stuff?
It's like a good book. Wow. And I guess because I have moments like you where all of a sudden I'm like Oprah and Maya Angelou in the writing, and it's like, huh,
Yeah, like it's been a minute.
it's been a minute since you pulled it out. Yeah. Um, I can't remember what episode it was where where Maya Angelou came and spoke with us. I don't remember what episode that was, but that's all I can think of whenever I
Mm.
hear you. But yeah, you'd be surprised how much nuggets and how much stuff you have written that carries you through the moment that you might accidentally decide to read it or open it up to that page.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I like when that happens. It's like, dang, I'm
I'm a
smart.
poet.
Yes. Yes. So, what is next? What is next? What is next? We did acknowledging the feelings. We did talk about some practical suggestions already. Other things you might want to do is volunteer, maybe create a new tradition. So, if
Mm.
you decide that You know what? Family's not safe. I don't want to be around them. I don't want to be up in the house. Maybe take a trip. Take a trip someplace warm that's got sunshine.
A lot of people posting cruises this year. I was like, oh, that's a thing.
Yes.
So everybody's going on a cruise now for the holidays.
I like that. I
You've
like
done that
it.
before, right?
I've done a cruise around Thanksgiving time,
Okay.
not for Christmas, but I would like to do that. I am not opposed at all to taking a cruise for Christmas. It sounds too good. That sounds like it should be done. That sounds like a marketing cruise for Christmas. That just speaks to me. But yeah, I would love to travel for Christmas. I would love Christmas into New Year's to just be somewhere else at least once in my life. At least once in my life. Um, but also volunteering. But there's something about volunteering that speaks to the soul. It speaks to your awareness of the privilege and the good things that you do have, being
I was
able to
about to
give
say
back
that
to somebody
somebody
else.
else is going through something just as deep as
Yeah.
you are, if not more. So
Yes. Yes. So that's also another thing that's a wonderful, wonderful way to fight back against loneliness.
absolutely. We've talked about joining groups and stuff like that, be it
Hmm.
in person, which I encourage it to be in person, but you could do some virtual meetups as well.
Hmm.
But mental health could be the underlying issue as well. Maybe it's just not this time of the year. Maybe something could have been brewing prior to, and this was that one feather, that last feather that tilted the scale. So look into like therapy hotlines, actual therapy. If you maybe go see your therapist once a month, maybe increase it to every 2 weeks during this time of the year
Hmm.
because you could tell things are different.
Yeah.
You know what's going on. Hopefully, you're that well in touch with yourself that you're like, yo, I feel myself slipping into depression. Because I will
Hmm.
call Elise up in a second, like, so
It's
I think I'm kind of
happening.
struggling right now,
Yeah. Yeah.
Or I would notice with her, like, man, something going on. Let me
Yeah.
call her because I ain't heard from her. Her conversation short. Something going on. I'm on
Yeah.
fire. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Support groups. They are out there. They're available. So many Facebook groups out there. And if you don't see a Facebook group that could tend to your needs, create one. Because you
Boom.
don't know who else is going through the same thing you're going through. And
That
may find high
part.
school. So yeah.
And if you want us to do it, reach out. Yes. Send us an email. fulltimeblackwoman@gmail.com.
Hmm.
Or hit up the socials at Fulltime Black Woman on Instagram. I only say Instagram because that's the one that we
I ain't getting back on Twitter. I'm
are
letting you know
more
what it
likely to check. Yes.
is. Okay, it's FT Black Woman. You go see what we put up there before, but
So, importance of connection during this time is important to create those points of connection when you are starting to feel the pangs of loneliness. One way you can do that is by creating a gratitude practice and being very strategic in your thoughts about mindfulness, about
hmm
what you are grateful for, about the things that you do have, the opportunities you do have. Something that I like to do every New Year's is read through all of my gratitude notes. So throughout the year, I put notes of gratitude into a jar on my desk first thing in the morning, practicing my gratitude. And at the end of the year, I go through and start reading some, if not all, of those
huh,
notes that I put in the jar in
that's
order
awesome.
to remind myself, yeah, thank you, to remind myself of the things that I was grateful for throughout the year. And it could be anything as small as I got my favorite coffee today without waiting in line, to I got a whole new promotion, a new job, whatever the case may be. It can be as big as or as small as you would like it to be. It could be I just had a good hair day. Doesn't matter. If you're grateful for it, if it's something that brought you joy in the moment, if it's something that you look back on and smile, it goes in the jar, and at the end of the year you can read back on that thing. I like to put dates on those notes too, so that my brain can piece it together that this was throughout the year. Like, this was
Mhm.
not just yesterday, this was not just whatever time. Like, my brain might not always have a concept of time, so I'll put dates on it to help me realize that yes, this was 12 months ago, this was 6 months ago, on August 18th, 2025, or whatever year it is. So
I
I
think
keep,
that's cool too because when you put the date on it as well, maybe it takes you back to maybe you're going through something. And even though I was going through a storm, guess what? I found something to be grateful for.
That part.
I found something to write on here. And that was a hard period. And I was going through this and going through that. And I still found something to be grateful for. So what I'm going through right now, ha! Light work.
Yes, yes.
Where did that come from?
Shoulderling, I don't know. That's all I heard was shouldering, show. So with that brings us to the end of another episode. We hope you had a fantastic time and that you were able to take some gems from this podcast today to carry forward with you into the future to help you with your life.
Rate and review our podcast wherever you're listening to us, and also share with another full-time Black woman like yourself, because I ain't gonna say it, but we here. I ain't gonna say we back.
Okay.
Because
I thought you
every time we say we back, we drink us all right.
I wasn't.
Yeah, we here.
We here. So remember, we are here for you full time from coffee to wine.
And play your power perfectly.
Peace.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us. Full Time Black Woman is created, recorded, and produced by Elise Reel and Isha Bell. For more opportunities to live, laugh, grow, and feel the soul, be sure to like, review, comment, and subscribe to Full Time Black Woman wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Help us build this community by sharing with other full-time Black women like yourself. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Full Time Black Woman and on Twitter at FT Black Woman.